Hello, people of YouTube. This is Gray's Guitars. I am Steve Gray. Thank you for watching. Today we're going to do an interesting comparison. So I currently have two of the exact same Epiphone Thunderbird bass. This one that I'm holding in my hand right now, I do not personally own. I was setting it up for a friend of mine. This one does have a little bit newer strings on it. So this is a 2012. This one is a 2014. No real major differences. Everything is essentially the same. This one weighs a hair bit heavier, and I'm talking a hair, like maybe an ounce or two. The other difference too, if you look at the back plate, this one has a chrome back plate, where if you look at the back plate on this one, it is black. They still both have the plastic retainer behind the piece of metal, but everything should be the same. So the question is, are these two basses going to sound exactly the same? So we're going to be running it through the PV6505. We're going to have the tone at 10 on both of these. We're going to do all three pickup configurations of each bass, and then I'm going to do it fingerstyle, and I'm going to do it with a pick for the comparison. And I am very curious if these are going to sound exactly the same or different. Both tuned to regular standard tuning, no issues there. This one, I think, has a little bit thicker string gauge on it than that one. So there may be a little bit of a difference just because of the string gauge, but setup-wise, they're pretty much the same. So let's go ahead and play some bass. So we're going to start out with the neck pickup here with just fingerstyle. We are going to go to both pickups at the same time, fingerstyle, and I know I am very bad at fingerstyle. And now we're going to go to just the bridge position. Now we are on to my personal bass. I'm using different straps for this purposefully so that way you can tell the difference between the two basses. Now we are moving on to both pickups. just the bridge pickup, still fingerstyle. Alright, now we are going to be using a pick. This is for a Gravity Gold 1mm, if you are interested. I did turn up the volume on the clean channel just a hair. I'm not going to do the distortion channel because you're not going to really hear a difference on the distortion channel. It's more about the differences with the cleans. Using a pick, turned up the volume a hair because I did notice it was a little bit quiet while I was doing fingerstyle. So let's go ahead and use a pick. This is where I shine a little bit better. Alright, we're going to be moving on to both pickups. Now we're going to be moving on to just the bridge. We are on to my personal bass, and we are using a pick neck position just to make sure everything is where it should be. pickups. And finishing off with just the bridge pickup. So there you have it, a comparison between two of the exact same basses, 2 years apart. Do I think there's a major sound difference? Not really. It could have been me, it could be the strings. It just seemed like when I was using fingerstyle that my personal bass was maybe slightly louder than my buddies over here, this guy right here. Neck profiles, which, you know, a lot of that is done by hand. Yes, it's a CNC machine, but at the same time, the finishing part where you're sanding it, a lot of that is done by hand, so there can be minute differences. I feel like this is a little bit less round. So this is kind of like your standard C-shape, I would say, where I feel like on my buddies, it starts out as a C, kind of goes into maybe a little bit of U-shape. But very similar neck profiles. Honestly, if I was blindfolded, probably wouldn't know the difference too much. His tuners are a little tight on a couple of them, but they are the exact same tuners. They might just be thicker string gauge. But I don't think there's really a significant difference. I mean, it's the same electronics, same pickups, same wood, same construction, same factory. And are you going to hear a difference if you were blindfolded? I highly doubt it. And if you want to, have someone do this video blindfolded. You know, be like, hey, look, I'm going to play two basses. Let me know if you can hear what the differences are, and just kind of skip around with different playing and see if they can figure it out. But I don't think if you grabbed either one of these off the shelf, you would like one better than the other. Mine is cosmetics. This one is a little bit cosmetically better condition than my buddy's. That is really the only difference between the two. That and the weight. This one also weighs a little bit lighter. Not a lot, just a little bit. It feels heavier to me, like significantly heavier, but then I actually weighed them. I feel like it's a mind trick or something because you're talking like 2 ounce difference. You know, this is like 8.1 ounces. That one's like 8.3, 8.4. It was almost hitting 8.4, so, you know, 2-3 ounce difference. Not that big of a deal. But let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. Hit the subscribe button while you're down there, and hit that notification bell. Leave a like, too, if you enjoyed the video. Thank you for watching. I am Steve Gray. This is Gray's Guitars, and as always, have a good one.